Hey there guys, this is Sarah from SarahsSeoulSearch coming to you from Renmin Park here in Yanji, China. So Yanji is the capital of the Korean Autonomous Prefecture here in China, and I've been doing research here on SarahsSeoulSearch, or ethnic Koreans in China, for the past couple of months. I'm going to be leaving kind of soon, which is sad, but before I do, I wanted to make sure I show you the very best of Yanji and all that it has to offer. So, let's go! So throughout the rest of this video, you might see that a lot of the signs here in Yanbian are written in both Korean and Chinese. And basically that's because Yanbian is the Korean Autonomous Prefecture here in China. So what does that exactly mean? Well, basically, in China there are 56 officially recognized ethnicities, and the Koreans, or the SarahsSeoulSearch, are one of the officially recognized minorities. So one of the first things that they did after founding the Korean Autonomous Prefecture in 1949 was enforcing the 双语政策, or the bilingual policy. So that's why everywhere that you see, all of the official signage has to be written in both Korean and Chinese to make sure that the whole area is fully accessible to SarahsSeoulSearch and other ethnicities that live here. This 双语政策 has had a huge impact on the preservation of authentic SarahsSeoulSearch culture here in China. It seems like there's something going on down there, so let's go check it out. So what you can see behind me is an example of 广场舞, or square dancing, which is something that people do here in China all the time, and Yanbian is definitely no exception. So pretty much any time that you go somewhere with any flat space, whether it be a park, a parking lot, or like a large sidewalk in front of a mall, there will be people dancing in front of it. So this is actually a pretty small gathering. Earlier today, there were several dozen, maybe even hundreds of people dancing here in this very spot. Unfortunately, I guess they danced themselves a little bit tired, so a lot of them went home, but we can still partake in the festivities even though it's starting to get towards the evening time. So that was actually a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I don't know if I walked into the advanced class or something, but yeah, I was definitely not as graceful as them. But for the record, they've had a lot of practice, and they even had matching outfits and everything, so I think that's a pretty good excuse. All that dancing really made me work up an appetite. Fortunately for me, Yanji, although one of the smaller cities in China, has plenty of culinary options. From Seoul-style cafes, North Korean restaurants, and plenty in Japanese and Chinese options. However, today we're going to be focusing on exclusively Joseonjuk specialties. These include gwem, known in South Korea as 양꼬치, or lamb meat skewers, gochintang, which is dog meat soup, and Pyongyang-style naengmyeon noodles. Alright, let's go! So you might have heard of Sinchon in Seoul, which is kind of like the cool, hip college area. And Yeongnyeol kind of has its own version of Sinchon, and that's called Daeangno, which is where we're sitting right now. So behind me is Yeongnyeol's very own Yeondae. However, it is not Yonsei Daegyo, but Yeonbyeon Daegyo. And this is one of the first universities especially made for ethnic minorities here in China. So because of this university, in theory, a Joseonjuk person can go all the way from kindergarten through their PhD, taking classes only in their ethnic language, which is Joseongo or Korean. However, these days, most of the classes taught at Yeonbyeon Daegu are actually taught in Chinese, except for the Korean literature and language major. And because a lot of ethnic Joseonjuks have improved their Chinese ability, there's been a lot more interaction between the ethnic Han and the ethnic Joseonjuk students. During the day, the Yanbian University campus is one of the nicest places to hang out around Yanji. This is the International Scholars Dorm, where most of the foreigners who go to Yanbian University live. The main reason I come here is for their library, because they have an awesome North Korean book collection, and these are super hard to find anywhere else. At night, the area really comes to life. You can walk around to one of the shops in front of the university, relax in a cafe, go to the movies, go roller skating, go to karaoke, go to karaoke again, and of course, there's nightly Gwangcheongu to take advantage of. There's a famous ramen restaurant around here too, but I'm kind of in the mood for some grim or lamb meat skewers tonight. Let's haul a taxi and meet my friends. The way that you eat grem is by grilling it over a charcoal flame, rotating it evenly so it's fully cooked, and then you grab the skewer off and take off all the meat with your chopsticks. Sometimes it's a little more difficult than it looks. Don't forget to roll it around in the seasoning: cumin, red pepper flakes, and pepper. It's all about that yum yum. I'm so full. I need to sleep. I ate way too much. But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video about my life here in Yanji. Even though I am leaving in just a week, I am really excited to show you guys where I've been living for the past 6 months. If you're curious about my next adventures, which will be in Japan, Taiwan, and then South Korea, you can make sure to follow me on Instagram at SarahsSeoulSearch, which is the same spelling as my channel username, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out the rest of my videos. Alright, see you guys later. Bye!